then
Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Next up, we got our next news story, and from what Ricky C's telling me, this one's a real doozy.
I cannot believe this is real.
What you got?
Here we go. Australia is not real. It's a hoax, Facebook star says. Does Australia exist, or is it just a hoax? I don't know. You tell me. Is it a real continent? Or country?
I've never been to Australia, but I have seen video and physical, like on a map, evidence of Australia definitely existing.
You've been to Australia.
I've never physically been to Australia, no. But I believe, personally, that it exists.
Okay.
Okay. So,
for this,
but who's this Facebook star?
For this Swedish Facebook personality, Shelley Floyd announced she refuses to believe the world's 6th largest country exists, and an army of barely literate Aussies have been hammering on their keyboards in response to their comments. Australia is not real. It's a hoax made for us to believe that Britain moved their criminals to someplace. In reality, all of these criminals were loaded off the ships into the waters, drowning before they could see land ever again. And here's the whole Facebook post. I'm going to read.
That was that person's words?
Yes.
Who is this again?
This is Shelley Floyd from Sweden. And she also
says,
Australia does not exist. All things you call proof are actually fabricated lies and documents made by the leading governments of the world. Your Australian friends, they're all actors in computer-generated personas, part of a plot to trick the world. It gets better, there's more. If you think you've ever been to Australia, you're terribly wrong. The plane pilots are all on this as well, and have all, in actuality, only flown you to the islands close nearby. Or in some cases, parts of South America where they have cleared space and hired actors to act out as real Australians. Australia is one of the biggest hoaxes ever created, and you have all been tricked. Join the movement today and make it known that they have been deceived. Make it known that all have just been covered up. The things these Australians say to be doing are all these swear words and actions based on alcoholism, MDMA, and bad decisions. All are the ways to distract you from the ugly truth that one of the greatest genocides in history, 162,000 people were said to have been transported to this imaginary land where a mere 80 years, and they were all long dead by now. They never reached that promised land. Tell the truth, stand up for what is right, make sure to spread the word. Australia is not real. It's a code word for the cold-blooded murder of more than 100,000 people, and it's not okay. We will not accept this. Stand up for the ones who died. Let it be known that Australia does not exist. Hashtag Australia is not real. I cannot believe I just wrote those.
Okay. Time out. I need a breather from that.
Yeah, this is the craziest story I've covered on this show.
That is the most absurd thing
I've ever heard.
What is wrong? Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it's all a lie, Brian.
Where do I begin? What in God's name is this person talking about? What? It's a place.
She posted this on the 21st.
That exist. We've seen them. You mean to tell me that any person we've seen ever from Australia is faking it?
Yeah. They're all actors.
So theoretically, couldn't we say the same for any place that we haven't been to around the world?
We actually don't live in the United States. It's all a lie.
So what are we then?
We live in some world that doesn't.
Wow. We live in some world. Someone's probably turning in and be like, "What the hell is going on?"
Yeah, no, we're not real. The world isn't real either. The world is flat. Shaq said so.
Don't even get me started on the world is flat thing. We need to... Okay.
Yeah, it's real.
This just proves, people, that just because you're famous doesn't make you smart. But this whole stuff... I mean, the whole world is flat thing is just... I'm still trying to wrap my head around that, because that's just stupidity at its finest.
I don't understand how you could do that.
But, okay, it's one thing to say, oh, Australia doesn't exist. That's already pretty dumb, okay? We're already up there on... We're already at a solid 9.5 on the dumb scale, okay?
It doesn't exist.
Then this whole, I don't even know what all you just said, because I just lost my mind. But, they're all actors, and, we're orchestrated, and, what? Like, we're breaking the scale now. We're on a 12 out of 10 here, people. Yeah. That's dumb. That is dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah, like Ian McKellen, you know, the guy who played Obi-Wan. Not real. He's not a real Australian.
Yeah, he's not real. Hugh Jackman, you know, that guy that played Hugh Logan, Jackman, Wolverine for 20 years.
He's American. He's actually from America.
Yeah, he's faking it. Yeah. Okay, you know, I'm going to do a quick search of it. What's this person's name? I have to know.
Shelley, so Shell, and then E-Y, and then Floyd.
Shell, like S-H?
Yeah, like S-H-E-L-L-E-Y, and then Floyd. But it's like Floyd, but with an R after the O. Floyd.
Okay, so Shelley. All right, we're going to crack down on this Shelley fluoride. Crazy. I don't even have good words.
This is crazy. I don't understand.
Wait, fluoride? How do you spell it? What?
F-L-O-R-Y-D. Fluoride.
F-O-L.
Fluoride.
Okay.
She has 10,000, almost 11,000
This lady
followers.
has 10,000 followers, and we're giving her a platform to spew her stupid nonsense all over the internet. What is going on? Okay, so what does her profile look like? Because I'm seeing a lot of Shelley Floyds here. Or Floyd. Floyd?
Florid. How do you pronounce that?
Heck if I know, man. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Maybe she got taken down. I don't know. I'm not finding it.
Even The Independent published a...
I'll look it up when we go into a Facebook break. But man, I'm like frustrated.
I can't tell if this is stupid. I wanna.
Please tell me this is satire.
There has to be I think it's a joke. There's no way this is real.
There's no way that people believe that an entire country, an entire continent, mind you, just doesn't exist. My God. I'm about to blow a gasket, people. We need to move on.
This is ridiculous.
This is the most absurd thing I have ever seen. We're going to definitely talk about this more on Facebook, but for the sake of our sanity, let's go ahead and go into a music break, ladies and gentlemen, shall we? Here's a double shot from Blackstone Cherry. Here is Let Me See You Shake. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back in a few with our third story. Facebook, welcome back. Sorry about that weird hiccup earlier. Don't know what the heck's going on, but technology, am I right?
What's going on either?
Yeah, because I was checking everything. I was like, okay, no, I didn't set this up incorrectly. But we were scrambling at the last minute. Matilda can confirm. So usually I set these things up like 30 minutes prior to, but I was kind of scrambling, trying to get things together. So, but I mean, from what I saw, nothing was out of the ordinary. So I think literally just sometimes you just gotta hard reboot things.
You gotta turn it off and turn it back on again.
Isn't it kind of fascinating?
Even though it's a joke, half the time that actually works when you turn it off and you turn it back on.
I mean, that's usually like the number one thing. Just like,
have you turned it off and turned it back on again? Yes, I have.
Isn't it sad how, considering how much technology has gotten better just during our lifetime, how that's still an ongoing thing? Like, oh, just turn it off and on and do the trick.
Turn it off and then
it's amazing. Like, are we gonna be, let's say, 20, 30 years down the road, are we still going to do off and on?
Mass Effect earlier.
Yeah.
And I'm just wondering, like, because that takes place 600 years into the future. 637 years, actually. Mm-hmm. And the first Mass Effect took place in 2130 or something like that. So this story takes place in, like, 50. So can you imagine, in the year 3000, how advanced humans would be?
How advanced knowing us, we're still going to have to do the on-off trick.
If you turned off the ship and turned it back on,
the
mass relay's out. I don't know what to do.
I don't know. I don't have Wi-Fi. There we
go. What's wrong with the relay?
Can you imagine? You think ships are ever going to just like run purely on Wi-Fi?
Ships?
Ships. Like talking like aircrafts.
Like
you know
on
what I mean?
Wi-Fi?
Yes.
I'm sure we can. Like,
you're gonna have like intergalactic Wi-Fi thing going on.
Probably.
Am I crazy?
We'll have space Wi-Fi?
So, I mean, if we're talking Wi-Fi? 637 years, we're going to have new technology we can't even comprehend.
Okay, this is really abstract. Do you think Facebook will one day, like, have, like, aliens be on Facebook? I think
Facebook's going to have, like, an entire planet at this rate. Oh, absolutely.
Like, you could, like, add an alien on friend, like, as a friend on Facebook?
I mean, maybe.
From the planet Zargon or something?
Can you imagine, like, having, like, well, not a pen pal, because no one really does pen pals, but yeah, like having a friend, like on Facebook from a different world.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah, I'm going to meet Chad from Zergonia.
I mean, there are some...
Sector 9 of the galaxy, so see you later.
There'd be some complications, though, because, I mean, obviously you'd have to keep some kind of time zone thing in mind.
Like time zone and, like, dimension zone.
Yeah, because, I mean, they have different, like, sunsets, so, like, their days probably go faster or slower, depending on what planet.
Yeah.
So, you know, communication at certain times might be certain things. So you could be, like, theoretically...
You'd have to wait millions of years to talk to your friend.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. Maybe not millions, but, like, I could be theoretically, like, posting something in 2017, right? But that person sees it as, it's the year, like, 2032.
Or it's the year 7, because...
7! Just 7.
Yeah,
maybe.
Can you imagine? Social media, like intergalactic social media?
We could be completely out of our minds, because I don't know anything about astrology, so we're pretty much just talking out of our butts here.
Interdimensional social media? We could talk to, like,
maybe.
other dimensional beings?
Would be pretty rad, though. Just like, yo, my buddy,
it's me.
What's a weird alien name?
Dimension.
Like...
Zwango.
Zwango. That sounds like a... I'm not even going to say it. I was about to say something weird. I'm like, that might be not okay to say. So, you know, I'm just not even going to... I'm going to hold my tongue. Zwango. If you're an alien, that's going to be your name. Zwango.
They just released the new poster.
We came up with the clowns thing, right?
Yeah, yours was Bongo.
Bongo the clown. So I guess now we're gonna come up with the alien names. So what? I'm gonna name you Zwango.
Okay. Zwango.
And you gotta come up with one for me.
Billy.
Billy.
Oh my God, he's losing it. He's
Billy the alien. Now,
Billy.
You're
gonna go into the...
We got 2.5 minutes, so I'm going to briefly describe this,
oh my
okay?
God.
So when you get 7 guys together on a road trip...
Yeah, it's madness.
Madness is bound to ensue.
Madness.
I'm not going to go into the details why, but let's just say Ricky C. here and our roommate Hunter are fascinated by the name Billy... For some reason, that I still don't know why.
The whole Colorado trip, we were naming everything and everyone Billy.
Billy.
Yeah. Billy
and so for the past
That's weird.
3 weeks, all they say is the word Billy.
You're Billy the
That
alien.
might have been so annoying for the others.
You've no idea.
I was about to murder somebody.
You'd be like,
swear to God, I was about to
Billy,
murder somebody.
Feel a little silly?
Yeah, that was a catchphrase. Hey, Billy, feeling a little silly? And there's a deeper meaning to that. And I'm sure those of you who are at the trip know exactly what we mean. But I'm not going to explain it here. Yeah. Just know that it got really annoying.
It got out of hand. Really.
So I guess I'm Billy the alien.
Yeah, you're Billy.
And you're Zwango. These are alien names.
By the way, they just released a new poster for SpiderMan Homecoming.
It's actually pretty cool.
Yeah. I saw it. Yeah, where he's just kind of chilling over there
casual.
by...
That's what it should be. I mean, that's Tony Parker.
Tony Parker?
Yeah.
Like the basketball player?
Yeah. Tony Parker?
Yeah.
That's Tony Parker as anything.
Okay.
Tony Parker.
I think
Tony Parker is Spider-Man. Can you imagine?
No,
I would be so...
His accent would give it away, big. Aren't you Tony Parker? He'd be like, nah, dude, I'm Spider-Man.
Wait, didn't you used to play basketball? What?
Weren't you like... You're like a 5-time NBA champion. Like, why aren't you retired right now? I'm Spider-Man. I think what you meant was Peter Parker.
Peter Parker, not Tony
and
Parker.
I think you got mixed up with the actor Tobey Maguire.
Yeah.
So you said Tony Parker. I'm definitely telling everyone that when we go back from break.
Oh my God. Tony Parker.
That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my entire life. We got 10 seconds, so don't go anywhere, people. Tony Parker. Soul Machine, Blackstone, Cherry. Welcome back, ladies and gents. Hopefully you're enjoying the show so far. Quick story before we go into our next story. Ricky C just had a huge fumble here, and it is absolutely hilarious, and I have to tell it. So, they released a new promotional poster for Spider-Man Homecoming, right? In case you haven't seen it, it's just Spider-Man in like kind of normal clothing. He's wearing some headphones, got a jacket on. He's just kind of laid back with his hands behind his head, just kind of chilling there, kind of vibing, right? And so Ricky C was attempting to describe Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And instead, Ricky C said, instead of Tony Parker, I was like, Tony Parker, huh? He's like, basketball and he knew immediately because he looked at me. He's like, yeah, Tony Parker. I'm like, you mean the basketball player, Tony Parker from the Spurs? He's like, yeah, Tony Parker. So I think what Ricky C meant to say was Peter Parker, and the actor that previously played him, Tobey Maguire. See, now you got me messing up. Tobey Maguire.
See, now you know where I'm coming from. It's hard.
I mean, maybe a little slip up, but I didn't call him Tony Parker because I very well know
Tony Parker is
who Tony Parker is.
SpiderMan.
I'm a big-time Spurs fan. So, fun little story for y'all. Anyway, has nothing to do with our next story. So, Ricky C, now that I put you on the spot there, what's our next story?
All right, this one is a little bit, I guess, not inappropriate, but funny, to say the least.
I'm all for inappropriate.
Porn movie streamed through porn movie streamed through city loudspeaker in Turkey's northern city. A porn movie broadcast has been streamed through a city loudspeaker in one of the most populated neighborhoods of the Black Sea province of Katsumanu. In what the local mayor described as an unmoral provocation, Dogon News Agency has reported. One local witness in the Kwazidket neighborhood recorded 51 seconds of footage of the porn broadcasted from the loudspeaker at around 1 a.m. with a mobile phone, and it immediately circulated on social media. Kazamanu Mayor Tazin Babas made a statement on his Facebook account over the incident, saying it had no connection with the city, quote, saying the unmoral provocation that had been conducted by intercepting the announcement system of our city and heard in certain spots in the Kazakhet neighborhood has no retaliation with the institution. The necessary legal processes will be launched as soon as possible for those who are responsible for this unmoral act, and we apologize for our previous fellow townsmen for this situation.
So, essentially, some dude with a cell phone just decided to troll everyone and stream it to everyone?
Yeah.
Not gonna lie?
That's hilarious.
That's pretty funny.
Over the whole loudspeaker in the city.
Can you imagine you're just like, where was this at again?
In Turkey.
It's in Turkey. So you imagine you're just like on your morning commute, you're walking to work or something, and then you just hear some sexualized moaning, only to look up at the nearby billboard video player to see sexual intercourse taking place. How awkward would you feel?
It was at 1 o'clock a.m.
So it's like, oh, it was in the morning?
Yeah, it was in the morning.
Okay. I thought.
But still, I mean, you imagine waking up to that.
I'm sure it was loud enough to wake people up. Be like, what the heck is going on? And then they look up, be like, oh my god. Wow. Could you? What was your reaction? What would you do
Honestly,
in that situation?
If I lived with somebody, I would assume that I would hope that. Well, not hope, but I would just assume that it was maybe my roommate or somebody.
Just blasting stuff that he's watching on his own time.
Yeah.
You're like, hey man, can you turn your porn down?
I understand what you're doing, but
it's a little loud. And then your friend's just like, I don't know what you're talking about. That's not me. I thought it was you. And you're like, what? And so you check outside, and then you just see everything right before your very eyes. So
I'd be traumatized for the rest of my life.
See, I would laugh
like
a lot, and I'd probably like get it on Snapchat. That way I could like
that's accurate.
Get some friends around the world like, you're not gonna believe this, and
check out what I just saw out here.
Oh man, that's funny.
Like, LOL just streamed a porn.
Did they find the guy who did it?
No, not yet. They're looking for him though.
I wonder what they're gonna do to him. Is that? Well, I don't know how it is in Turkey. Obviously, it's a little different. But like, say that happened in the U.S., for example, is that? Like,
I don't know if that's. I think maybe disturbing the peace would probably.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can get arrested for that.
I don't think they'll arrest you.
That's odd. Not that I'm like daring anyone to try it. Don't do that. But I'm very curious. I'm gonna do a Google search later on that.
I thought you said I was gonna do it later on.
No, I'm gonna do it. Let's see what happens. Screw it. We're gonna have a little fun tonight. It's gonna be great. So there you go. Sorry, people of Turkey, that you saw that kind of thing and you weren't expecting it to. So
it's okay though.
But I mean, it's okay.
They also broadcasted over the loudspeakers, so that everybody heard it.
Everyone had to have heard it. That's funny. That's funny. It's messed up and stupid. And you shouldn't do it.
It's funny,
but it's pretty funny. Not gonna lie. Well, there you go, everyone. A little talk of porn in the most appropriate way that we can possibly discuss it. So
got everything
I'm gonna dip out of this segment before we dig ourselves into a hole, shall we?
Yes.
All right. How about a two-shot from Last Dinosaurs? Here is Weekend. How fitting, because it's almost the weekend. So thank you for starting your weekend off with us. Weekend, Last Dinosaurs. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back. Facebook, what's going on, people? So, how would you feel if, now that we could be a little more open about it? Well, actually, I'm going to be very careful about asking, but how would you react? You're, like, on your way to school, and you just happen to see just, like, boom.
Billboards of just porn playing?
Yeah.
I mean...
that'd be... I don't know how I'd handle that.
I feel like somebody it'd be like hacking the system.
How do you think the mayor would react?
I don't even know who the mayor looks.
I don't know who our mayor is.
Do we even have a mayor? Like,
I mean, obviously. We have a mayor. I just don't know what his name is.
I'm going to look him up, because I don't know who this guy is. And I feel bad that I don't know.
I feel like...
who's the mayor of San Antonio right now?
Ivy Taylor.
I
know that.
Is he cool?
I mean...
It's Dan
if you're into
Pope.
That's what his name is. Okay. I've heard that name. Wow, we're bad Lubbekins. Lubbekins?
Are we even Lubbekins? I mean, we just go to school here.
I mean, we live here. We've been here for like 3 years
now. We live here for a little bit, temporarily.
So, I'd consider, like, not native.
I definitely don't consider myself as one.
Well, I mean, you haven't even been here a year, so I mean, that's understandable.
Dan's goals are to serve the entire community, to create better communication between our citizens and City Hall, and to promote the positive aspects of life here in Lubbock. That's Dan's
Isn't that nice? That was a horrible impersonation.
70 jobs, and he kind of... what does he look like? What does he look like?
I mean,
I think he looks
bald.
like an actor.
Like an actor?
He looks like an actor, but I can't put my hand
on it.
Like
one in particular?
No, I just can't put my hand on it. But yeah, Dan Pope's our mayor, for those of you who have no idea.
There you go. I definitely heard the name, and I want to say, like, Haley and Brandon, they actually spoke with him.
For what?
For one of their classes for journalism,
cool.
I guess. So, apparently, according to them, he's a cool guy.
Man,
I haven't met him
I wish I could do cool stuff like
What if we had Dan Pope on the show?
Dude, you want to ask? Let's ask.
I low-key want to try it.
Let's ask him.
What do you think, Facebook? Should we try to get the mayor on here?
We should ask some, like, Lubbock questions.
Oh, man, that's... Ooh.
Yeah, like a Lubbock show.
I feel like we'd be taking a risk, but I kind of want to try it. That'd be interesting,
we'll poke
wouldn't
a little
it?
fun at him. Not too much, but just a little bit.
Hey, Dan Pope, what's going on? Just start, like, airing our grievances.
I have no beef, really, so...
I just learned the dude's name, so, I mean, obviously, I got nothing against him.
Yeah, I have nothing against the guy. I think
it would be pretty funny, though, to have, like, oh, yeah, we had the mayor of Lubbock.
By the way, we have the mayor of Lubbock on our show, whatever.
I mean, that'd be a stretch, and realistically, it wouldn't happen. But on the off chance that it did, though...
Let's ask him. Just be like, hey, we want you to...
Send out... Who do I got to email? Because I'm sure I can't just email Dan Pope.
His office.
Yeah, maybe secretary, like, hey, man, you want to come on Polar Opposites? And then it'll be like, what the heck is Polar Opposites? I'm not going to do that.
Do it on a Sunday.
Maybe.
Sundays are pretty not busy.
Yeah. He might be busy, though. Family time.
Maritime,
whatever that means.
He's gotta
make it... Sounds a little weird.
I'll be able to make it. I
got maritime.
Yeah.
It'd be like, what do you mean by that?
Wow, this sounds important. Never mind then.
Maritime, huh? I'm not gonna.
Maritime, huh? All right.
I'm not gonna say it. Some of you probably know what I'm thinking, but I'm not gonna say it.
Maritime. Oh.
You know, maritime. You know what I mean? If I was the mayor for any city, Matilda's probably over here like, what the heck are y'all talking about? I would do that if I was mayor. Be like, sorry, I got mayor time.
I got mayor time.
I got I got to spend time with my family after that. It's just mayor time.
I got mayor things to do.
I got some mayor responsibilities to take care of. I'm gonna be joking around about this like the whole time. Like, sorry, man, mayor time's mayor time. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't come to Jimmy's birthday this weekend. I got mayor time.
Oh man, what a long day! I finally have some mayor time. Long day at work, passing some local legislation, finally got some peace and quiet and just, got a little time for some mayor time,
A little time just being mayor. It's just him sitting in the chair. Just sitting there being mayor.
He's just sitting there being the mayor. My mind is just going
like president time,
to a dark
like
place
senator
right now.
time.
You're like, I'm just president time.
That makes it even more funny.
Donald Trump just having some president time to himself.
I'm gonna have some president time.
Why is this so funny?
President time.
I need some president time. Sorry, Melania. I got some president things to take care of. Why is that so funny?
Because we know what it means.
I mean, yeah. Some of you know exactly what I mean. But you can't flag me if I don't say it. So you gotta use your imagination, but don't get too wild with it. And don't put it in the comments either. I don't want any dirty things in the comments. Family show.
It's a family show.
I want to say we're like barely a family show.
Yeah, we're barely a family
show. We literally just talked about porn being played in the city. So we're like barely a family
we're not actually talking about it.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's not like we were like talking about like porn in general, It was a story. It was a story. It's news. News.
Fake news.
I mean, that was some real news apparently, and that's kind of funny that it happened. But anywho, we got shout outs on the way.
I don't know who I'm shouting at.
I don't know who to shout out. Let me grab a phone, see if anyone's texting me. Can't reach.
I don't know who I
have an idea who to shout out. But I'll wait for this Spiderman to come back here in case they're listening. So there you go, people.
I have no idea.
Maritime. What were we even talking about when we came
I have no idea what we were even talking about.
I mean,
we were talking about something, and then...
See, people, this is what a full week after spring break does to a couple men.
My brain is fried.
Because normally we do this in our sleep, but now we're just...
I'm fried.
Like, I'm already pretty fried from this morning's episode. That was a 1 hour deal on GMT.
We still got another hour here.
We got a whole other hour, man.
Buddy boy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But we thank you for sticking with us anyway, people. We know we have some weird things to say and talk about, but... Best fun. Best stuff's fun. So, yeah.
Maritime. We gotta have radio time.
We're just gonna sign off like, so yeah. Maritime. This is all over Facebook too, so we'll like say like, yeah, maritime on the air, and they'll be like, what?
I don't know, man. I got maritime.
Like, what are you talking about maritime for?
I'm gonna shout out.
You know what? Don't shout out.
I'm gonna do it. That's who I'm gonna shout out.
All right, you do whatever you want. All right, we got 15 seconds. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for listening to our stupid conversations. Sunday night, even though it's a Friday afternoon. That's by Last Dinosaurs as well. We're doing the music a little bit differently. We're bringing the double shots of each artist, not audience. I mean, if y'all want to like come by and like bring your friends, that'd be totally cool too.
Bring food.
But for those of you that are listening and watching, we thank you. And that's actually a pretty good segue into what we're about to go into because it's shout out segment time. So, Ricky C, for somebody that you appreciate as a special listener, who do you have?
I'm going to shout out the mayor of Lubbock.
Mayor of Lubbock.
Yes, Dan Pope.
Why? You think he's just doing a bang-up job around here?
No, I don't really know him that well, but I'm just going to assume that
I don't think you know him at all.
Yeah, I don't know him at all, but I want to, so far the city of Lubbock's been nice to me. I haven't had any problems. So, I mean, something must be going pretty well, right? So,
yeah.
I mean, shout out to Dan Pope. Hopefully we can get you on the show sometime and talk about some mayor stuff, and maybe you'll have an opening in your schedule for
some polar opposites time in your mayor schedule.
Yeah. Your mayor schedule, yeah. Hopefully you don't have a lot of mayor time. For those of you who don't know what mayor time is.
On the Facebook break, we were making some stupid inside jokes, so shout out to you, Mayor Pope, I guess. But before we dig ourselves a hole we can't get out of, I got several shout-outs on the way, so hopefully these people are listening because I didn't even tell them. But I'm going to shout out lots of people. Hunter Stockton, Wyatt Ely, Tristan Greer, Cameron Condrier, Jack Holiday, and I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Those are all the people that were with us on our Colorado spring break trip, which was a magical time.
Yeah, very magical.
Very magical time indeed. But it was a fun time. We had a wonderful time. Colorado's amazing. Just going out, appreciating the wonderful city of Denver, going hiking, and just kind of getting away from everything.
It was nice, yeah.
Yeah, because, I mean, a lot of people, they go to Padre, or they go to Corpus, or they go to South by Southwest.
When we went up that mountain, it was just so quiet, and we were there all by ourselves.
Yeah.
Nobody else.
Yeah.
Just nature.
It's just kind of nice to, just you and your friends, just not on social media, not glued on your phones.
You know what was really nice?
Appreciating nature.
When I went camping, I didn't have any service. So
Yeah.
I went camping right afterwards, and it was awesome because I was just
Yeah.
I just disconnected.
You just don't worry about
I
it.
just disconnected myself.
Yeah.
And I just hung out with nature, climbed some rocks,
For sure.
lived in a tent for a day. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. So, shout out to all those guys. Those guys are wonderful people.
Shout out to Mayor Dan Pope.
And Dan Pope. You gotta throw Dan Pope in there sometime. But
we should when we get him on the show, we should get a.
What do you think, people? So, Facebook or just anyone listening, let us know. Should we get Dan Pope on the show? I think we could do it. And if so, let's try and make it happen. I'm down. You down?
Yeah, I'm down to have.
Let's
Dan
shoot
Pope
out some emails. Let's get Dan Pope on
If
the
you're
show.
listening right now, Dan Pope, we want to get you on the show. It'd be great. I think it'd be a real.
It'd be hilarious.
Real nice. Yeah, it'd be hilarious. It'd be a great
It'd
way.
be like, what? You should get the mayor on the show. Like, yeah, we got the mayor on the show.
Why? Just cause.
Just cause. We've interviewed Pizza Guy. Who's
Yeah,
why not get the mayor on the show?
before. Yeah.
Yeah, not that I'm comparing Dan Pope to Pizza Guy, but you
Yeah.
get the point that I'm making.
You can get anybody on.
We could do it. So there you go. Those are our special listeners of the day. And to all of you who may not have gotten a shout out, just because we didn't shout you out specifically doesn't mean we don't still love you. So for all you viewers, for all you listeners, for all the people that like us on Facebook and all that good stuff, we thank you so much for your continued support of the show and of the station. So if you want to check out what else is going on here around these parts at the station, you can check out all our social media stuff, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, all at, excuse me, the Raider881's our username, so give us a like, give us a follow for that. Be sure to check out some of our personal social media stuff for the show as well, like our Facebook page, facebook.com/PolarOpposites KTXT, and our Twitter page at I was about to say Twitter underscore opposite.
Wow.
Polar
See what I mean? We're pretty fried here in the studio.
Yeah, our Twitter name's called Twitter opposite.
All right, so we're even now. I got the Tony Parker
All
one.
right,
and
we're even.
We got the Twitter.
Okay, that's what I get for poking fun. Fair enough. To each their own. So there you go. What was I even saying? Twitter page,
Oh my
polar
God, man.
underscore
Get it
opposite.
together, man.
It's a long day, man. I've been up since like 6:30 this
Good
morning.
God.
I need coffee, man. I need some more coffee.
Yeah, I'm pretty dead inside.
But you all get the freaking point. So I'm going to go into a music break. Who likes a little bit of Blink-182? We all like a little bit of Blink-182, right? So here's an old one for you guys.
Grungy
First Date. I'm
80s.
sure it's not 80s, fam. What you do?
Grungy 90s and early 2000s. Yeah.
I'm going to move on to the music break.
'Cause I'm edgy.
Anyway, we'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, folks. Make that Jungle Giants. We'll play Blink later. Hello, Facebook. So,
yeah. Pretty dead.
I feel pretty stupid now because here's what happened. So, we run an old software here.
Actually, isn't it supposed to be the newest software in radio?
Not necessarily. It's kind of old. I mean, a lot of places still use it, but it's not the newest. No, this is super old. But sometimes it likes to play games. And literally, you heard me just go, hey, let's play some Blink-182. And then the system decided, oh, you wanted to play Blink-182?
Nah.
No! And it deleted Blink-182.
Maybe he just doesn't like Blink-182.
So, yeah, that happened. I'm losing my marbles. My computer died too. Everything's going right today.
You know what else is dead? Your hopes and dreams.
That's a given.
That died a long time ago.
So, I'm sure my phone's blowing up right now like, hey, this isn't Blink, you idiot.
Or it's dead.
Oh, but no, my phone's charging. The phone's not dead.
You don't know that.
I mean,
dead.
I heard it buzz, so I'm going to assume it's alive. So I'm probably going to get blown up. People are going to put me on blast right now.
I'm about to put this guy on blast.
Everyone's like, yo, you freaking idiot. Oh, man. This is... I'm going to be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. This has not been our smoothest... This has not been our smoothest episode by any means. We have had much more...
I guess it's because we're really busy, and we're only going to get busier. Which, for those of you, I'm just going to shamelessly plug some stuff in. Which you can, too, because we're doing the same thing. But,
yeah.
I'm working on a short film tomorrow.
While you do that, I'm going to plug my charger back in.
So, you guys definitely need to check that. I'm not going to go into any details about what the film is.
No spoilers here.
At all until the film comes out, which should be out April 2nd. April 2nd is the release date of this film, but getting our first production stuff coming in.
I just noticed we're all in that class.
Yeah, we're going to have all different movies in here. We're going to have all different films. So, yeah, we're going to have some short films coming out.
Give a little sneak peek at all?
Well, it's sad. It's depressing. I'm just going to say that. It's about somebody just battling an issue that a lot of people struggle with. So I want to try to put that visually as best as I can and see if you guys like it. And I have another project coming in late April, early May as well. So we'll see. We can dishing out 2 films in one semester. So we'll see how we can do this. So,
man,
I'm excited.
I checked my phone, and so far no one has put me on blast just yet. So, so I guess we're good now. But I'm just waiting for everyone's gonna be like, "You're an idiot."
You know what's like really? Like,
it's not easy, people.
Why is the Italian meme thing a thing? It just kind of happened.
Why is any meme a thing?
My favorite one.
But I think it's funny though. For some reason.
What?
the Mamma Mia, the pasta one. That's my favorite.
Mamma Mia, indeed.
Mamma Mia, and then there's this. I don't know what the heck this is.
What?
I don't know. Hey, yeah, look at this.
Oh, okay. I don't know what that is. I don't like it. Get that out of my face. Oh,
what is
God.
that?
That's creepy, dude.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh my God.
He's got dog.
I can't even check the Facebook
dog feet.
comments. Is anyone commenting right now?
No.
No. Nah, nobody loves us. It's fine.
It's okay. I don't love myself either.
So, yeah. But jumping off that point, we're all in the same video production class, and so we're all assigned to do some short films. So, Rick is coming out with mine. I'm coming up with one on the same date. Matilda's gonna come out with one on the
April
same
2nd.
date.
We got some movies.
We got some movies coming your way,
got
people.
A lot of
made by your boys here from the polar opposites. I don't know why I did that accent from Brooklyn, but you know I like it.
Wouldn't it be nice to live in New York?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Matilda, stop breaking the chair.
Yeah, again.
Anyway, we got about like 4 more minutes with y'all. Oh God, today's been a weird day.
Crazy day.
Lots of weird things. Been busy. Fridays are usually hectic. I mean, this is nothing new, but I guess it's just after spring break, you just kind of get comfortable, you get relaxed, and
then school comes in. It's like, hey,
school comes
remember that time you were relaxed? Not anymore.
Right? It's like,
buckle up, buddy-o.
You were having fun?
Not anymore.
It's
over now.
It's over now. Time to buckle up.
I can't believe I graduated in December. Like, oh my god.
I graduated in less than 2 months. I'm terrified, man. Absolutely terrified.
I don't know. I don't even know what I'm gonna do like tomorrow.
I don't even know what I'm having for dinner.
I don't even know what I'm gonna. Yeah, I don't even know what I'm doing after this show.
Oh man, but I was totally about to say something, and I just completely. Oh, okay. So we'll do some self promo. So if I may throw my 2 cents in, some of you may not be aware. Some of you might. I do a podcast called Talk the Rock with Professor Cam Stone. And if you're an avid listener of the station, you may know him.
Super awesome dude.
Super awesome dude. And I have him as a professor for web design.
Greatest human being alive.
Honest to God.
Yeah, though. Honestly, though, he's like the greatest guy I've ever met in my life.
He's an excellent professor. Because I've had people as professors that are like wonderful people, but not very good professors.
I heard his classes are like super brutal, but he's not a super brutal person.
Oh, no, yeah, that's absolutely accurate. I mean, he doesn't mess around. With his classes, he like, especially when it comes to grading, he does.
But I heard he helps you, like, when you.
No, yeah, he's helpful. Like, if I'm struggling with an assignment, I can go to his office and I'll be like, "Hey, Dr. Stone, I'm struggling here. Can you help me out?"
Rock.
And he'd be like, "Yeah, sure. Let's."
Do you call him Doc Rock in class?
Not in class. Like, if it's like class related stuff, like I'll shoot him an email and be like, "Hello, Dr. Stone," because. It's like, that's respectful to do,
Smart dude.
But I mean, if we're just like hanging around the station, I'll call him Doc Rock because he does Rock and Radio show. But anyway,
show, by the way,
totally trailing off. But him and I, we do a podcast called Talk the Rock. So for those of you that are interested in checking that out, we kind of do different things. So one episode we did album reviews, another one we just did some of our favorite songs. This most recent one, which I published on Monday, we did one about cover songs and kind of did compare and contrast, like who did this cover better than the other, why not, things like that. So if you're interested in that kind of thing, you can see that on my personal Facebook page. Link is there. So I'd super appreciate if you went to check that out. Worked really hard on that. So
why am I looking at engagement pictures?
So, engagement pictures? Yes. Anyway, I don't know why you're looking at engagement pictures. Talk the Rock is the name of that podcast. And this weekend, I'm going to be starting a new one called 3 and Out with Andrew Marks, sports director here. 3 and Out.
Who's out?
It is. We don't know. But it. But, yeah, it's like a quick, like, in and out, quick discussion.
Real edgy there, buddy. 3 and Out. Check us out. 3 dudes talking about sports.
It's 2
Even though there's so many out there.
But it's like 10 minutes, so it's like quick, bang, bang.
Oh, it's a 10-minute show? That's it?
Yeah. 10 minutes, we're talking, boom, boom, out.
Why don't you do this? Why don't you make it a podcast?
Got 15 seconds.
You put a camera and just put it on YouTube. It's the same thing, also.
Maybe. Because I don't like being on camera. I like being behind it.
Yeah, because you're
10 seconds. Don't go anywhere, people.
You're ugly.
Shut up. Unglued by Jupiter 1 and song. Anywhere Else by Jungle Giants. Now, let me get this out of the way, because I know some of you thinking, hey, you said Blink, and you didn't play Blink.
Where's the Blink?
Where's the Blink, man? Sometimes this system likes to...
Don't blink, or it'll be gone before you know it. Ho, ho, yeah.
Can you escort yourself away from the station, please? Okay, so sometimes this system likes to kind of have a mind of its own.
Yeah.
And so, literally, I was segueing into it. I had my finger on the button, and literally, as soon as I was about to press it, it just canceled out both Blink songs. So I'm gonna play Blink. Just not yet.
Later.
My apologies on that, ladies and gentlemen. Now that I got that out of the way, Ricky C, what's some awesome stuff?
Yeah, so Dave Chappelle finally come out of his million-year hiatus and released some specials on Netflix. I haven't watched them yet, but I heard they're awesome.
They're absolutely hilarious.
I've heard some snippets of the show, and it's hilarious. I mean, it's Dave Chappelle, like he never left.
I mean, it's like he never left. Yeah. I mean, even though he has been on hiatus for like 10 years, dude's still easily one of the best comedians in the game.
He's just a natural. I mean, and he made some jokes about the issues that are currently going on, and you know he does he just did a good job of being a comedian and stuff. So
he just has a great way of presenting it to like the audience.
Brings back the Chappelle show. That would be amazing. I loved. That's the only reason to watch Comedy Central in my opinion.
Please bring back the Chappelle show. But anyway, 2 specials came out this week. If you haven't watched them and you're a Dave Chappelle fan,
watch them.
Go check him out, dudes. Hysterical.
Also, for those of you who like Bill Burr, he's also got a new special.
Yes.
Even funnier than the last one. I mean, the guy just keeps getting better and better. So, 2 of my favorite comedians are back and doing what they do best are those comedy specials. Also, for those of you who have watched Death Note, that anime that I'm pretty sure everyone's pretty much watched it. But they're coming out with a live action one on Netflix. I saw the trailer for it. It looks really weird, I guess. I don't know how they're going to do it. It's supposed to take place after Light dies. It's supposed to be another Light. Yeah, I mean, it's weird.
Well, his name's not even... it's after the fact?
I think
so they're not even following the story.
I don't think so. I think I heard... I could be wrong, but from what I heard, I think it's...
Interesting.
Not Light. It's a different person.
That's interesting. I wonder...
But they're still going to have L and, I think, N.
I'm nervous about it, to be honest, because... I mean, as you mentioned, the anime, if you're any kind of anime fan at all, I mean, people will tell you it's flat out one of the greatest animes ever made, period.
Really? I don't know about that.
I would say so. I mean, it's...
Death Note?
I'm not... Yeah. I mean, I'm not a big... Oh, I'm not saying, like, greatest of all time.
No, it's a
but, like, it's definitely one of the greatest.
Yeah, it's up there.
Like, it's up there. Dragon Ball Z, Bebop... Death Note, God, that's my top 3.
Also, side note, Dragon Ball Z, they're going to come out with the dubbed version of the first season.
For, what is it, Dragon Ball Super?
Dragon Ball Super? Yeah.
Oh okay. Which I heard was actually not bad.
I heard it's pretty good. Yeah, it's not bad.
So I got to check that out. So, the thing that makes me nervous about Death Note, I mean, the trailer for the movie looked really cool. Yeah, it looked really well shot, looked really creepy. But, I mean, obviously, there's always anime purists out there, like, why didn't you...
anything. So
yeah, so, I mean, hopefully they do it justice. Hopefully it's good. Because Netflix original shows tend to be great. Their movie game...
Not so much.
Not so much. They've been struggling in that department. But if they can pull it off, let's get it done, Netflix. Death Note. Bring it home. What
Netflix, so it's not just Netflix. They're in the talks of making a Assassin's Creed TV show to come up on Netflix. I don't know how it's going to be received, because apparently the movie that came out sucked.
Yeah, I heard from some friends that it was just like...
But the people at Ubisoft are trying to make it happen. Just kind of like when they try to make a Legend of Zelda TV show.
Yeah, and everyone was just like...
freaking out.
No.
So, I would not have wanted one. I love Legend of Zelda. I wouldn't let that happen.
I have a love-hate relationship when it comes to... Assassin's Creed. That's Haley Updegrove waving outside like a maniac, by the way. For those of you that see on Facebook. I have a love-hate relationship with Assassin's Creed because, I mean, it used to be one of my favorite game series, up until Assassin's Creed 3. I loved all the games.
Did you like 3?
Them. Oh, yeah.
Was it your favorite?
Not my favorite, no. Wasn't the best.
I loved 3. Everyone who's played 3 said
a lot of people bash on it for some...
I loved it.
It was great.
Awesome.
Not the best one,
no, but it was
for sure.
Awesome. I loved it.
It was great. But, yeah, and then, like, the movie came out, I was like, oh, no. And apparently it wasn't good, so I didn't bother seeing it. And now they're coming out with a show, which I didn't even know until you mentioned earlier to me when we were prepping for the show.
Yeah, they're coming out with a show. They're in the talks for it.
Let's see how that works out. I don't know. That's risky. I'm falling out of love with Assassin's Creed.
I'd still watch it, but we'll see.
I watched, like, a season, and then
I'll made a game in, 2 years now?
Yeah, I think they realized, like, okay, we're kind of cramming this down people's throats too much. Like, let's move on from this.
The last one was alright. It wasn't too good. Syndicate.
I completely forgot about that game.
Yeah.
Because I was thinking Unity.
See how forgettable that was?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And, like, apparently the one before that, Unity, was just awful. From what everyone was saying. So... iffy about that, but if they pull it off, hey, cool. Assassin's Creed, used to love it, so hopefully they can rekindle my love for the series. Hopefully they don't mess up Death Note, because I love that anime. I'm not even a big anime guy, but I've loved Death Note.
It was good up until half of the season.
We won't give any spoilers, but even if you're like not into anime at all, give Death Note a shot, because it is definitely worth watching for sure. And of course, Dave Chappelle, one of the greatest comedians, I think, ever.
Yeah, same.
Back in the game. Well, still so good.
No, have you heard of George Carlin?
Oh, yeah.
He's up there.
George Carlin.
He's a legend.
George Carlin's a legend. No one touches George
Rest
Carlin.
in peace.
R.I.P. But Dave Chappelle's back. Both specials good, and we're still getting one more later this year. I don't know when. I got to double check on Dave. We're getting one more.
He's just blowing it up, so we'll see how.
The first two are hilarious. Check it out. They're amazing. Some Netflix stuff. But moving on, before we get into a little game coming up, it's going to be fun. I'll tell you all the details when we come back into it. But to keep it going, here is Danny California, Red Hot Chili Peppers. You already know what it is. Don't go anywhere, people. We'll be back. Polar opposites. Welcome back, Facebook people. So, I don't know who's all watching right now.
It's just us.
It's just us. Nobody loves us. It's fun.
Our egos. Not even my mom is watching.
Dang, that's sad.
She always watches, too.
That's bad.
Yeah.
It's funny, too. When I put out the latest podcast I was talking about earlier, I was, like, struggling to get people to listen. Because, I mean, when you're in this kind of gig... Yeah, whether it's radio, podcasting,
just you promoting yourself. Right?
Yeah, or it's just a lot of self-promotion. You know, you just kind of have to hype yourself, and so you have to nag a lot of people like, "Yo, check this out, please." You know, and so like my parents apparently they've been remodeling some stuff around the house. They've been doing some flooring, so they haven't gotten around to it. So literally, like they just listened to it last night. And I was like, man, not even my parents have listened to my podcast. And usually my mom's the type, I'll be like, hey, Mom, can you check this out, please? And she'd be like, of course I will, sweetie, and, like, immediately do
Mama's
it. But,
boy.
like, oh, yeah, I'm told Mama's boy. But but even she was like, sorry, I haven't gotten a chance. I'm like, man, this is bringing down my my self-confidence here. So
Everyone's got those days where they don't feel like they're good at it, but...
Yeah. It's a struggle, you know. Some days you feel like
it's hard being a creator sometimes, because sometimes like you come up with these really cool ideas, and then sometimes you're like, wow, I don't have anything.
Yeah,
I don't know what to do.
Especially when you do 2-hour show, because we have multiple 2-hour shows around the station, right? But most of the time they just do it 2 hours once a week. But because we're insane.
Yeah, because we're stupid and crazy. We do it 2 hours a week.
Yeah.
And it used to be just us talking and then music, but then we decided to do all talking.
I mean, fans of the show that have been with us for a while, you've heard this rant a million times, so we're going to do it again. When we started off the show, it was just me and Ricky, did our thing for an hour, just radio, cranked it out,
and we
went about our day, and it sucked.
We were awful.
Season 2 came around, we got an extra hour and another day, so we're like, alright, we got some stuff to work here. Had some music, had some fresh ideas, figured out pretty quickly how to make the show pretty good, right? Season 3 comes around, you know, start getting into it, we're kind of, you know, really good, and then fast forward to like season 5 and 6, we're like, okay, 2 hours, twice a week. Now we got Facebook, so we don't have any downtime to be like, hey, we get to chill out for the next 5-6 minutes, catch our breath, get a drink of water, go to the bathroom. Now we decided to take on the challenge of trying to constantly keep our mouths running to keep you people entertained, which we love. Don't get, we're not pointing fingers at y'all. But for anyone that thinks they could just walk in and here do this, it's not.
It's not easy. The first time we did it, it was hard.
We've been doing this for 3 years and we're still trying to figure it out. Like,
it's pretty dumb.
It's a tough gig, people.
Now we're even busier than we were first time we did it. Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You remember? I was looking through some old pictures of back when we first came here.
Yeah.
And like I looked at like how I looked then and now, and I still had a baby face.
Oh, to be young and dumb.
Yeah.
Oh, to be young and dumb.
We're still young and dumb. Now we're just broke.
I'm still young and dumb. I'm just a little bit older. I have a bad mustache. And I'm like, I know what I'm doing here, but I'm still dumb. You know, like,
I know what
buttons to push. I know what order to do it in. But I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing.
Honestly, does anybody know what they're doing? Like, what is the age?
Matilda,
like,
you know what you're doing?
What is? Yeah.
I have no idea.
Matilda has no idea.
What is the age like you get? You're like, you know what? I know. You wake up in the morning. You're like, I know what I'm doing. You wake up. You wake up. I think you gotta be like 35 is when you hit that max.
I don't know. Like, I wish I'm gonna figure this out pretty soon.
Like, I feel like
freaking me out.
My parents, they wake up. They're like, yeah, I know what I'm gonna do today because I'm an adult and I know what I'm doing. And
actually, kind of had a similar conversation with Hunter the other day. Not exactly about this, but we were kind of talking about, like how it's easy to be naive and like how, like, at what age, like, at what years are like the best years of your life, right?
Dude, I think
some people say teenagers.
Right now,
yeah.
Everyone told me like.
Well, the thing is, like, when
student years were like.
When you go to college, it's like you're not a teenager anymore, so you gotta go through all that stupid, dumb phase where you think you know everything, right? And we're
still at that point.
We're all guilty like that. We're still at that age, but we're more like open about, I guess, accepting the fact that you can be wrong. Some people are, some people aren't, but I think I've reached that.
Matilda's gonna break this.
But like, when you hit college, it's like
I give up.
it's true, like that you find yourself and what you want to do.
Yeah.
And so that's what makes it fun.
Well,
you meet.
Hunter brought up a good point about his dad, right? Because, yeah, I mean, obviously we're in college, time of our lives, we go to parties, we have weird encounters and do crazy things that I'm not going to say, but you get where I'm getting at, right? It's college, the time of your life, supposedly, but a lot of it sometimes is kind of clouded by the fact that, like, crap, I gotta try to figure out what I'm doing for the rest of my life. So that's just kind of always weighing in the back of your mind, right? But Hunter, he brought up a good point about his dad.
I mean, it's stressful, but I think it's the best year of our life because we don't have any real responsibilities.
Apparently, a lot of people say you're 40s, and here's why. Because at that point, you're well into your career. Your kids are already starting to grow up and start, they're not as dependent. You have enough money to yourself. That you're like, you're
your wife
comfortable.
Yeah.
You're not worried about trying to figure it out because you should have it kind of just figured out. Obviously, it's different for everyone. It just depends. But I mean, I was like, yeah, like, and you're still like young enough to where you can just like enjoy your life. So I mean, 40s apparently are pretty good.
Like, I don't know, the 20s, like...
It's not as, like, crazy as us.
Still, in the 20s, you're still able to make choice for yourself, like, to choose what you want to do.
I like the fact, like...
And you can still, like, change your mind.
Yeah, you can find yourself.
Yeah.
We're getting into some deep combos.
You find the real you in college. True. I thought I wanted to do medicine, but I don't. I want to... I tried that avenue, and I was like, this is crazy. So, I want to, do, like, filmmaking and stuff. But who knows?
But who knows where this crazy road called life will take us.
Maybe it'll never happen. Maybe I'll die before I get there.
I'm trying to replace these Blink songs.
You never know.
Put them back in there. Okay, should I go Bored to Death or She's Out of Her Mind?
She's bored to death.
Matilda? What do you think? Bored to Death or She's Out of Her Mind?
What?
Pick one.
Pick one.
I'm not going to give you any context. You just have to pick one.
The second one.
She's Out of Her Mind?
Yeah.
Okay, we're at a standstill here. Anyone got a coin to flip? I'm going to do Bored to Death. Screw it. Too much hesitation, Mitchell. No, I'm just
Sorry.
I'm just playing.
Sorry.
All right. Anyway, I should probably bring up the game file on my laptop since,
It's your idea, you stupid monkey.
Hey, shut up. I got this. All right, boom. 2 seconds. It's up. We're good to go. And my computer's blagging. You see what I'm talking about with technology? You see it. We've had a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Just on this show, man. Everything's just...
Dude, Fridays are always the craziest.
This is the most, unorganized episode easily we've done in a long time. Because, man, everything's just
but we're still alive. We're still doing it.
We're still going.
Ship's still
we got to figure it out. We're gonna keep this ship rolling because we love you guys and we're not... Show must go on, right?
Ready to die.
For sure. Absolutely 100% for sure. Let me move up.
I just beat Zelda, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, we only got a minute, but...
It's awesome.
Scale of 1 to 10.
The whole game? Oh, I'd give it a 10.
Yeah,
An
easily?
absolute, the highest 10 I could give it.
Wow, that good, huh?
Yeah, dude, it is one of the best video games I've ever played in my life. The best I've played in a while.
Dang.
Too. It is amazing.
I mean, it's hard to go wrong with Legend of Zelda games, dude.
They went so in depth with it, with just the physics and like the sandbox of the game is what makes it really fun. Is how much detail they put in it.
Absolutely. Well, we had an interesting, kind of deeper conversation that I thought we would have. So.
And then what happens? Then you die, and then everything is
and on that note, we're gonna go back. So thanks for sticking with us. Red Hot Chili Peppers, Dark Necessities in Danny, California, also by Red Hot Chili Peppers.
I don't know why I thought
welcome back, ladies and
gentlemen.
gents.
Bare necessities when you said that.
The simple bare necessities.
By the way, I saw Beauty and the Beast the other night.
How was it?
It was actually really good. Like, when I watched it, I felt like magical. I know that sounds really stupid, but just hear me out. So like
that's really corny.
But seriously, like, when you think of a Disney movie, you're like, oh wow, magic and princesses and stuff, right? Well, the movie made you feel like you were in a fantasy world.
Did you feel like a
magic
Disney princess, Ricky?
Yeah, I did. Honest to God, I felt like I was a Disney princess. Like,
I'm glad.
That was a movie to where I actually felt like I was watching a Disney movie, and they did it right. They did all the stuff right. They gave the animated rendition of the story its justice. So I'm excited to see what they got next. It felt like an actual magical movie to watch. So it did a good job. I'd give it like an 8.5 out of 10.
Ricky sees a Disney princess. Somebody write that down immediately.
Yeah, I felt like a Disney princess watching it.
Now this next segment I've alluded to, we got a game coming up because we haven't done a game in a while, and I like to play games because I'm weird and cruel like that and come up with these stupid segments. Nothing to do with Disney princesses, so sorry if that bums you out. This actually has to do with some music festivals because I saw Facebook and Instagram and all this stuff over the break about South by Southwest and all this crazy stuff going on. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to come up with a game about music festivals. So, Rick, you see, we've played Spoof News on the show before.
Spoof News.
We actually did that when we did the whole pickle situation, right?
Spoof News.
So this game's actually going to be pretty similar to that. I've compiled a list of 10 festivals, all with brief descriptions about what each one is, what kind of music they do, things like that. God. And your job is to decide whether it's real or fake. So, you feeling up for the task?
All right, I'll try.
He's going to give it a try. Let's see how he does. Who knows? Maybe you'll do better, or maybe you'll do worse than you think you'll do. We'll just have to see.
I think I'll do pretty bad.
But just a quick little recap over here for those of you who may not remember. If you get the correct answer, you will hear the following sound.
Guns up.
All right. And if you get it wrong...
Wrong.
All right. So, Ricky C., are you ready for your first music festival?
Yes.
Festival number 1, Ricky C., is known as Craft Fest. Similar to Oktoberfest, Craft Fest is held annually in Portland, Oregon every May. The 3-day festival highlights some of the finest in folk music, all while simultaneously celebrating some of the finest craft beers from around the world.
I don't know why I thought of craft cheese. I thought that's what you were talking about.
They said the same thing on GMTT when I did this same segment.
Like
craft cheese, like
super
macaroni cheese.
Awesome music, and they get to celebrate some good old processed cheese.
I would totally be all
I would
for
be
that.
So down.
Love me some mac and cheese.
You kidding me?
So, but this is craft in terms of craft beers.
I'm going to say true. It's a real
true. Is
festival.
That your final answer?
Yes.
Guns up.
All right.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. No.
Wrong.
That was wrong.
Well.
I got ahead of myself. I just did you dirty. Yeah, that's incorrect. I made all that up.
Wow.
That was my bad. Slipped up on my fingers there.
That was pretty good. I thought it was real.
No, that is totally fake. Made all of that up.
I would totally go though if that was.
But I mean, it should be a thing. That'd be really cool.
Craft. Yeah.
Craft Fest. Yeah. So sorry for the little slip up there, ladies and gentlemen.
Maybe that would be more of like an art festival where you like build like houses out of popsicle sticks. And it's
or like macaroni, or like we did in kindergarten.
Yeah, Craft Fest.
Yeah.
And then you have a real reason to eat.
Like, all right, whoever makes the coolest little thing.
Yeah.
You get
make
like
a bowl of macaroni. And then
you get like a lifetime supply of mac and cheese. You know.
Are you kidding me? I would love to.
I'm totally for it. Let's make it a thing. All right. Number 2, Ricky C.
Okay.
Is known as the Punk Rock Bowling and Music Festival.
Oh, boy.
Held in fabulous Las Vegas, Nevada, this annual summer music festival highlights, you guessed it, punk rock music. The catch The concerts are held inside bowling alleys across the city so that festival goers can enjoy a game of bowling and listen to the music they love at the same time. Ricky C.
It's Las Vegas and it's crazy, so I'm going to say yes, it's a true and actual festival.
That's your final answer?
Yes.
Guns up.
All right.
That's guns up, and it's actually correct this time. So get a little pat on the back for you right there.
Do it.
All right, 1-1 on the board so far. You got 8 more. We'll go 3 more in this segment. We'll move on. Music. Give it a little break. We'll come back and do it. How do you like that?
Okay.
All right.
Good.
Ricky C. Number 3 is known as Girls Heart Detroit. This unique 2-day summer festival in Detroit, Michigan, puts notable female musicians at the forefront, spanning various genres. The festival is, of course, open to everyone, but ladies get in for free. On top of the musical celebration, the festival serves to raise awareness about gender equality, and a large portion of the proceeds are donated to notable women's charitable organizations. Ricky C., is this real or fake?
I'm gonna go with real. I think they're doing it for a good cause. So we'll say it's a real one.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong.
Wrong. I made all of that up.
You made it all up?
Sounds convincing, huh?
Wow.
Yeah. So hopefully I didn't offend anybody there.
Wow. Well, it would have been a good cause if it was real.
But if it's real, I mean, I'm sure there's some out there that do something like that. But yeah, it's totally fake, so sorry. Anyway, moving on. Question number 4, Ricky C. So far, you're 1 for 3. Not the greatest start, but you still have plenty of time to redeem yourself. This one's in good old Kerrville, Texas. This is known as the Kerrville Folk Festival.
Folk?
Folk, like folk music. Most music festivals typically last about a weekend long. However, this folk music festival is held in Kerrville, Texas, and lasts for an astonishing 18 days. Is this real or fake?
I'm going to say it's real. Sounds
so
crazy.
Real.
It's real, yes.
That's your final answer, Ricky C.
Guns up.
All right.
You are correct.
2 and 3.
Kerrville Folk Festival. Can you imagine being there for 18 days? That's
I'd do it.
That
like
sounds cool.
Like Woodstock.
Yeah, except like way more chilled out.
Yeah.
I mean, not that Woodstock went chilled out already. All right.
Yeah, right.
Not bad. So you're 2 for 4. All right. You know, not too bad. Ready for the next one?
Yeah.
This one's interesting. This is known as the Electric Forest. This outdoor electronica music festival is held in Rothbury, Michigan, and is notable for using a wide variety of colorful neon lights across an entire forest.
Sounds awesome.
It sounds awesome. While music lovers can both enjoy music while experiencing a light show like none other. Is this real or fake?
I think
Neon
I've heard
Forest,
of that before.
man.
So I'm going to say it's a real thing, the Electric Forest.
Is that your final answer,
Yes.
Ricky C? Are you positive?
Yeah.
Guns up.
That's correct.
Cliff Kingsbury, and you're listening to your
thanks,
Hold on, Cliff. All right, don't get ahead of myself. You can participate later. Cliff, am I right? Anyway, so you're 3 for 5. You know, you not
pretty good.
You feel pretty good. You're off to a pretty good start here. So I think we'll take a breather here. We'll move on, go get some music under our belt, and then come in for the rest of the game. How do you say?
All right, sounds good.
But before we go into music break, here is a quick news update. So don't go anywhere, folks. Facebook people, keep on watching.
Good afternoon, Lubbock. This is Claire with your KTXT News Update. 4 Lubbock residents who pleaded guilty to their respective roles in cocaine trafficking have been sentenced, announced U.S. Attorney John Parker. Daquan Willard, age 22, was sentenced by Senior U.S. District Judge Sam R. Cummings to 168 months in federal prison. He pleaded guilty in December 2016 to 1 count of conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute cocaine base, and 1 count of possession of a firearm in furtherance of a drug trafficking crime. A police chase earlier Friday morning ended with 1 suspect hiding in an RV at Billy Sims' Trailer Town and another suspect hiding in a trash can. Police arrested Kevin Knowles and Chelsea Clark. Police said at approximately 1:11 a.m. this morning, an officer observed a Ford Explorer traveling north in the 7700 block of University without its headlights on. Instead of stopping, the driver led police on a chase to the 1600 block of South Loop 289. Police briefly lost sight of the Explorer but found it wrecked. A woman on the run from police called ABC 13 during a high-speed chase and was advised to pull over and surrender peacefully. The pursuit that lasted more than 40 minutes came to an end while the driver was still on the phone with ABC 13. The chase began in Willis and came to an end in the Heights area. The Department of Public Safety and several other local agencies joined in the pursuit, which reached speeds in excess of 100 miles per hour. An elderly pastor was recently arrested after staff at a Best Buy found child pornography on his computer, Hearst police said. James Rankin, age 78, has served as an associate pastor at the Baptist Church in the 600 block of West Pipeline Road near Percent Line Road. Police have notified church officials. Hearst officers arrested Rankin after they were called to Best Buy in the 800 block of Northeast Malt Boulevard about 8:40 p.m. on Thursday. That was your KTXT News Update. Now to Haley for the weather.
Thanks so much, Claire. Good afternoon, Lubbock, Texas. It is windy outside, and it's going to be for the rest of the day, so be prepared for that. Partly sunny outside with a high near 70 tonight. Windy with a northwest wind around 35 miles an hour with gusts as high as 50 miles an hour. Tonight, patchy blowing dust before 8 p.m. Otherwise, it should be mostly cloudy, then gradually becoming clear with a low around 40. Still windy in the late evening. Winds could get up as high as 50 miles an hour again, so be careful if you're going to be out and about tonight. Saturday, sunny with a high near 76. Wind speeds back to normal at 15 miles an hour. Saturday night, mostly clear with a low around 49. Sunday, your high is 79, and Sunday night, your low is 45. Currently in Lubbock, mostly cloudy and windy at 68 degrees, humidity at 25%, wind speeds at 44 miles an hour. That does it for your KTXT News and Weather Update. Y'all keep it locked to the left here on the radar for more great music coming up next.
And sciences.
You don't get any more music because we're on Facebook, so sorry. That stupid FCC copyright rule, man. Otherwise, we'd totally just love to throw on some tunes and just we all have like a virtual like jam sesh, but copyright rule. And Facebook's like actually, because you could do it on YouTube and
Facebook's more on top of it.
Yeah, Facebook's like, hey. Like, literally, we've been stopped
mid-episode. Who do you think has more money, Facebook or YouTube?
Facebook.
Probably Facebook.
Facebook has more money?
Probably, because, I mean, probably lately, too, because YouTube... Well, actually, I've heard that YouTube's actually not making a whole lot of money, like...
Yeah, and no, they have some...
And they've been having a lot of issues, too.
They bought out, like, Instagram?
Who? Oh, Facebook bought Instagram,
yeah. So, I mean...
I remember when I
think Facebook definitely has more money.
When I got Instagram, when it first came out, I got it my sophomore year of high school, and it first came when it was actually like people posting pictures, like actual like photography. Now it's just a bunch of stupid nonsense.
A bunch of girls like posting pics of their booties on Instagram.
It was just a bunch of
not that I mind that kind of thing, but
stuff. Which I mean, I guess to stay relevant.
You couldn't even make money with Instagram.
Yeah. It was like where people actual photographers would post pictures of actual photographs, like art.
And now it's completely not like this. It's just like every other social media, you know. You got people just looking to get some likes and follows and things like that. Same with Snapchat. Snapchat still stayed a little bit true to what they were at first, but Snapchat has definitely changed a lot. Now everyone's copying Snapchat, really.
I hate the Messenger app. Where now it's like more of like Snapchat now. I'm like, who
you
uses that?
Stories and stuff.
Okay, does anybody? We're on Facebook. Does anybody use that?
Who uses it? And they have the stories thing?
I don't. Like,
I don't even update my Snapchat often at all anymore.
I do like how now in the update you can like react to people's.
That is kind of cool. But that story that nobody does that. Not only that, Facebook owns Instagram, and they like.
I heard Instagram stories are actually doing better than Snapchat stories.
Yeah.
I read somewhere. I read somewhere that Instagram.
Actually, yeah, I can believe it because more people are just on Instagram.
Yeah, and you don't necessarily have to be friends with the person.
Exactly.
His Instagram story, so.
Because anyone that follows you can see it.
Yeah, it's
and so
easier to stalk on people.
Yeah, so like if you're one of those social media stars or whatever, of course they jumped on it because like, oh, I have like millions of fans on Instagram. I don't have to individually add people on Snapchat, or I have to individually add people on Snapchat. I don't have to do that on Instagram, so more people can see my stuff on Instagram. So, yeah, I can totally believe it, because Snapchat was supposed to be just like private stuff, and
it was supposed to be a private like.
I mean, it's not at all. No, like on Snapchat there is like all the general stories and stuff.
Yeah.
and the magazines, and I mean.
Got BuzzFeed and like.
Yeah.
Now you can that's one thing I always kind of found weird, and I never use it personally. I don't know about y'all, but like the articles that they do.
Yeah,
I never read. I don't get my news from. I know a lot of people actually get their news from Snapchat.
Yeah, like
I actually wouldn't trust like getting my news from Snapchat.
Exactly, like I'm not gonna go to Snapchat.
Like I have
for
actual
news.
apps. Like I have the AP and BBC.
You should get one called Quartz.
I have it too.
You have Quartz?
It also updates me whenever a big story comes out. I get notifications.
I really enjoy that one. Oh, getting logged up at Next Gen again. Yeah, I really enjoy that one too. Quartz, because the way it is, for those of you that don't know, it's delivered to you like an SMS type of thing. So it looks like it's texting you, but it's like giving you like stories and like the only thing that I'm like kind of not crazy about is that you can't customize it to stuff that you're more interested in. It just gives you anything random unless it's like a big news story, but that's the only thing. You can't really customize it, but it is cool. Like you just like open your phone and then it just gives you something random to read. So
I have pop-ups when big important stuff comes up,
like literally anytime Trump does anything, it's like
it literally
blowing
blows
it up
my phone.
So that's pretty cool. We got about 3 more minutes with y'all. Finally got some Blink playing, so the people that are listening can
Blink 182
be satisfied, and I don't look like a jerk anymore.
Blink 183. What happened to the other 182 Blinks? Why is it, or 81? What happened to 81
Just
for
stop.
them? Why isn't it Blink 1? Where's the 82 come from?
I don't know, man. I don't make up these things. I just listen to their stuff.
So me and Hunter were on our way to getting lunch earlier today. We were listening to some like really sad like 80s music, and we were gonna make a parody of a song and just call it "Sad in the 80s," because you know how like almost every song in the 80s was like really sad and slow.
Yeah.
No,
yeah.
It wasn't.
A pretty big chunk of it was about getting.
There's a lot of like weird power ballads and stuff out there. Yeah.
I mean, still today.
Being sad in the 80s was like the best time to be sad. Honestly, if you're sad in the 80s,
the best time to be sad was in the 80s. Like
it is.
Nobody says things like that.
You got Tears for Fears,
Honestly, if you had to pick a decade to be sad in, I'd probably go with the 80s.
Honest to God, yeah. If I wanted to be sad in any decade, it'd be the 80s because they have perfect array, like collection of songs. Being sad in the 80s.
I'll take your word for it. I mean, to your point, I do love Careless Whisper.
Sad in the 80s.
Yeah, so Careless Whisper's always been one of my favorite songs.
Anything by George, the guy who died recently.
George Michael?
Yeah, anything by George Michael.
Who died recently. Disrespect.
Last Christmas.
Last Christmas.
Literally every September.
Even though it's almost April.
Yeah. It's a good song though.
I was going to say something. I don't even remember. Blink 182 is coming on Tuesday.
Who?
Blink 182.
Oh, this Tuesday?
So pumped for that. That's going to be fun. Did you ever? You never got tickets, right? You never
get one.
Me and like half the coworkers around here are going to go hit up the Blink 182 concert on Tuesday. So excited. It's going to be so much fun. I can't freaking wait, man. It's going to be great. Apparently, Blink 182 performed a set for the Houston Rodeo.
Just for nothing?
I guess. I don't know. That's what Joel was telling me. I was like, seriously? Like,
just 'cause.
I'm like, but like, why though? Like the Houston Rodeo? I mean, I guess. That's weird. But anyway, Bored to Death playing right now. So I'm going to move on before we get bored to death because we still got a whole nother couple segments. So I'm going to switch it back. Thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bored to Death by Blink 182. Hopefully you guys aren't bored to death. Hopefully we're entertaining you guys and everyone's having a little fun, listening to some music, listening to some weird musical festivals that may or may not exist. So, in case you're just now joining us, I devised a game where I took, 10 music festivals, each with their own descriptions and with their unique ideas on what makes them awesome. But they may or may not be real, and it's Ricky C's job to figure out if they are real or not. So far, he has done the first 5 questions. He is 3 of 5 so far. So, off to a pretty good start. You feeling confident for the rest of them?
No.
Well, you're doing better.
Confident about anything I do in life.
You are doing better than the GMTT crew did this morning. I played the same game with them. They each got 1 right apiece, and they totally just butchered the rest of them. So you're already doing much better than the rest of the crew.
Sweet.
Assuming you get any more right than you already have, because technically they only got 3 right total. But anyway, that's beside the point.
I think I could do it.
So, first up for this segment. This one is called Industry of the Sunrise.
Whoa.
Sounds pretty rad, right?
Awesome. Mechanism of the sun.
Sounds like a bad Pacific Rim ripoff.
It sounds like one of those really, like the trailer music.
Yeah.
Because
like this corny
Yeah, trailer music has what Empire of the Sun or
yeah.
Destruction Among
Isn't that a band, Empire of the Sun?
Yeah, it is.
Anywho,
what was it called? Industrial of the Sun?
Industry of the Sunrise is the name of this festival.
That sounds awesome.
Annually held in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This festival celebrates the underappreciated culture of the city of Pittsburgh, along with its hardworking citizens. Musically, the festival features artists from various genres, including alternative rock, jazz, and even some hip-hop. Industry of the Sun, Ricky C.
God,
Matilda's over here breaking chairs still. But, Ricky C., is this real or
I'm going to
fake?
say it's industry, and it's in Pittsburgh, and that region of the U.S. was really into, steel, making steel, so I'm going to say it's real.
Without even giving you the correct answer, I just love the way you went into that without, you were giving context without giving context. You were Pittsburgh and industry, steel, you know what I mean? You didn't piece it together.
Put Pittsburgh and steel together, you get industry. That's what we
none of that connected. It was just random thoughts and, has to be real. Yeah?
Just throwing out, I bet I could,
So, you're saying it's real?
Scientist be like, all right, gravity, apples, they fall, it exists.
Oh, man. Well, it's a bold claim, Ricky C., but that's wrong. I made all of that up.
Wow. So, that was a pretty cool name. Industry of the Sunrise.
That would be really cool. So we totally should make that a thing.
Movie. It'd be just
Industry of the Sunrise. So that one is fake. So you're 3 for 6.
Matt Damon working at a steel farm.
Matt Damon specifically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just really rugged Matt Damon's got a beard. Kind of like Deepwater. No, that wasn't Matt Damon. That was Mark Wahlberg, right?
Yeah.
Deepwater Horizon. So just a really.
I don't think he had a beard in that one though.
No, but I mean he has to have a beard in this one. But he's got to be real
Good, like a working man.
Yeah, working man. Jean shirt. Goes to work. Friend dies in a steel mill.
He's getting all these specific.
Yeah. It's like October Sky. You remember watching October Sky? Like that, a little bit.
Okay, except Matt Damon's got a beard.
Yeah, except Matt
Damon's got a beard. That's the key difference between that and Industry of the Sunrise, which is totally fake. But next up, we can see 3 for 6. Let's see if you can get a winning record here, shall we?
God.
This one is called Winstock Country Music Festival, not Woodstock. Winstock, W-I-N. This highly popular country music festival held annually in Winstead, Minnesota, and features the biggest names in all of country music. The festival typically hosts anywhere from 12,000 to 15,000 people each year. The Winstead Country Music Festival. Ricky C., is this real, or did I make it up?
I'm going to say it's real.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Guns up.
You are correct. That is a real festival.
You're doing pretty good.
Oh, okay, so you're 4 for 7. Got a couple more. See how you do. This one's a doozy, so brace yourself.
Oh, God.
This one is called Naked in the Streets.
Whoa!
Held in Copenhagen, Denmark. There's nothing particularly out of the ordinary for this festival, which hosts a variety of artists over the course of 5 days, except, of course, for the fact that everyone at the festival is completely naked throughout its entirety. Naked in the Streets.
I'm going to say real. It's from Denmark. It's got to be real.
It's got to be real.
Yeah, real.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Wrong. Wow. Wrong. That is completely fake. I made that up. But,
naked in the streets.
Side note, we should totally make it a thing. Putting that out there. Get a petition.
Get naked?
I mean,
that's it?
It didn't got to be perverted, we just, hang out, just,
So, like a nude beach?
Yeah, like a nude beach, except we're just kind of hanging out. just like in our birthday suit, chilling out to some music.
So just hanging out.
It'd be pretty rad.
Why don't you just bring a stereo to nude beach and then that's it? There's your
it's just not the festival. It's not the same. You gotta be at a festival. Everyone's just like chilling, but they're naked. It'd be kind of fun. You
just want to hang out at my house?
Not in a sexual or anything. It's just like, you want to just go to the Naked in the Streets festival?
For sure.
Yeah, sure. But get your tickets. Yeah. Leave your clothes at the door.
Hey, wow.
I'm taking a hole. Let's move on.
There it goes.
Not sexual. Next up, you see it, is known as the Underwater Music Festival. Another self-explanatory festival. Music-loving snorkelers and divers play and enjoy unusual underwater instruments in the Looe Key Reef in the Florida Keys each year. Is this
true?
Real
that
or
sounds
fake?
Awesome. I want it to be true.
It does sound pretty awesome. And you know what, Ricky C?
Guns up.
You're correct. It's
awesome.
true. It's an actual thing.
It's got to be true.
So we get that, but we can't have naked festivals?
I guess you could put 2 and 2 together. I guess they're going to be naked. Just throw them in the water.
So it's like a skinny dipping music festival?
Why not put it all together?
Yeah, you know what? You're right. You're right, Ricky. See, I like that idea. Outside the box.
There you go.
Take it. All right. Now, I'm going to butcher the name of this next one. This one is called Wave Gothic Treffen. I don't know if anyone speaks German, but I butchered that probably. Pagan rituals, Viking reenactments,
Sweet.
Gothic romance
sounds awesome.
are just a few.
Is Remston going to be there?
I don't know. I don't have any details about artists. But it'd be pretty cool. It is Germany.
Yeah.
They're a German band, which I would love to see live. So, where was I at? Oh yeah, Gothic Romance. Just a few features of the German-based music festival. Musically, the festival features genres such as cybergoth to death punk.
What is cybergoth?
I don't know. I think it's
I know what cyberpunk is. It's like...
Yeah, like cyberpunk I've heard. Cybergoth, I
want to look that up.
I don't know. I'm gonna Spotify that later. All while festival goers dress in old-fashioned Gothic attire.
I'm gonna say that's true because, I mean, the Germans love their rock, heavy metal.
I don't even know this is a rock thing necessarily. I mean, the cybergoth, that might be like some weird genre of like dubstep.
Well, I just looked up a picture of it, and what it is just a bunch of really colorful goth people. Instead of wearing black, they're wearing black but with colorful neon colors.
Those look like those guys from that like infamous like video meme of like those goth people that were dancing under the freeway.
That's what cybergoth is.
That's what that is.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought that was just a weird
cybergoth dance party on YouTube. Is exactly what you're talking about.
So that's cybergoth.
Yeah.
Ah. Okay. That's different.
I don't know.
I thought that was just like a weird group of friends.
What the crap that is, but I'm going to go ahead and say true. Because it has to be, I just think it's real.
Guns up.
You're correct. All right. You gave yourself a pat on the back there, Ricky. So you did pretty good this game. So let's count up the tally. So you got the previous 2 correct. So you got 1, 2. Naked in the Streets, you got that one wrong. Winstead, did you say that one was real?
Yes.
Okay, so you got 3.
I know
4,
I have 3 max.
5. I think you have, let's see.
7.
You got Craft Fest wrong. So you have about 7 out of 10.
All right, man, 70. I passed.
All right, you got a passing grade, so you could give yourself a little pat on the back there, Ricky C. Well done. And for those of you that may have been playing along at home, let us know how many you got correct or incorrect. How well did you do? And for the ones that are real for this one, is it something that you would be willing to go to? Are you willing to go in?
Go to the pagan one and the underwater one.
I'd totally be down for Wave
Gothic. Industry of the Sunrise.
That was one of the fake ones, but
I don't care. I'd still do it.
I just like the name for that one.
Industry.
And I use one of those like weird name generator things to come up with the name of that.
Wait, what's the name of the generator that you used?
It was some weird website. I don't even remember. Like it was a foreign website, I'm pretty sure. Because it kept giving me like weird translations, and I'm like, this literally isn't even English for most of these. It was hard to find. Because I was trying to come up with a game, and I was like, man, I don't even know like what I'm going to come up with the names of these stupid things. So there you go. So let us know. So I think I would go to the Electric Forest one. That one sounds rad.
The Electric Forest, I've heard it. I heard it's pretty cool.
Punk rock bowling just sounds like a good time. You know, just get your buddies, go bowling, listen to punk rock. That sounds like a fun time. Underwater, I definitely like
underwater. How would you listen to it?
That's the thing. Apparently, they make like specially designed instruments,
And you just listen to it underwater?
I guess. I don't know how the logistics of that works. Obviously, it's not a big time 1,000-person festival or anything like that. It's
probably
pretty
like
low key.
Probably like 7 guys, and then like
it's probably just like a group of buddies, just like, hey, you want to go jam out in the?
Where guys want to go jam out, but underwater? Yeah.
Yeah, let's do it. And they just like do it every year.
Hold my beer because it's in Florida. It's in
right?
Florida.
It's in Florida. People in Florida do weird stuff all the time. So there you go, little music festival game. That's about all we got for today. Be sure to tune back in on Sunday, same time, same place, same old shenanigans. But we're going to change it up like we always do. Thanks again to Matilda over there for running Facebook Live. Thank you all so much for listening, so much for watching, all that good stuff. Be sure to like us, follow us on all our social media platforms at the Radio 881, Facebook.com/PolarOppositesKTXT, and our Twitter page, Polar_Opposites. Be sure to check all that out. But as for us, we're out of here. I'm DJ Stormtrooper.
I'm Ricky C.
I'm going to leave you guys a little bit of Highly Suspect double shot for you. Have a great weekend, guys.